Welcome back to Factorio, Seablock and TSM, episode possibly 133. Okay, so I am back at our, well, I never really left actually, but yeah, back at our iron plate manufacture city block. We now have a iron plate train, I believe. An iron ingot and a manganese ingot train. And this train needs to go there, basically. Actually, all of these trains need to go. You're where we need you to be. Hopefully it just goes round in a quick circle and comes back. Right. And do I have, I do have set up the priorities for these. So we just need to make sure that this is set up as well. It's not yet. We want the iron plate empty train to come here, and it's on its way, and down here we are going to want the iron ingot, which is in this one. Iron ingot, empty train. And for this one, the queue, we're going to want the manganese ingot and the empty train. Right, but only one of these is allowed to come here at a time. Don't you go anywhere. These guys are on set filters, but oh right, we don't have the red wire leading from here to... You're going to tell me you can't reach. Okay, go there and then go there. And you'll notice this is blasted into action as we unloaded the iron plate, so we need more to load up. And I think I'm not sure if I did this on camera, but I rearranged all of these to make the most of the fact that this creates 240, so it's not just 3 of them we need, it's 6 of them. We can probably handle more of all sorts of things along here, but that's as good as it gets for now. And there you go, the manganese one is now on the way as well. We need to do something about the our use of these products now. So I actually took the liberty of turning off the silicon into the I'm in the wrong place, but turning off the silicon into the steel here. But we need to go a step further. We don't want to actually process any more iron ore into, well, we certainly don't want this part. So let's get rid of all of that, at least. Okay, that's unfortunate because we didn't actually want to pick up a whole lot of whatever it was we picked up. So what we need to do is tell this, let's try to order. Yeah, I don't actually want it to be producing any more of this either. So we're gonna have to rip it up. Okay. Basically, I just want the iron ore to bypass all of these old machines and iron plate to come straight through here. This process here, we basically needed it to finish off all of this, which it has. So you're now going to be the iron ore plus manganese. There is another option in there, but oh, that's aluminium, right? Molten. Hang on. Which one creates steel? Molten steel. There we go. So we were doing that. We're going to do that one instead from now on. Which means that we need an ability to order. I don't actually want this ordering anything just at the moment. We need an ability to order 3 more products into here, and the one that comes down here currently is only going to be this. What was the stuff? I don't need monosilicon for sure. So monosilicon, you can just go there. What else did I pick up then? Well, I don't need the silicon ore. And I don't need the manganese ore. And I don't need all these iron ingots. So the iron ingots are going to... hang on. What are we... So those are making steel ingots. Yeah, that's right. So this one is the one where we feed in the manganese ingots. But for the moment, it's okay to make steel here. So we'll continue to do this. So iron ingots have to come in here and get fed into these two. And that's as far as the iron ingots need to go. This one needs to get manganese ingots down here as well, and the iron itself has to come straight through. So we've somehow got to organize 3 more belts, and the reason we have to do this is basically because actually, is there any reason to hold that? Probably not. The reason we have to do this is because now that I have the iron plates being made with manganese, we have to make sure that we use that, otherwise we'll get a huge surplus of manganese, which is certainly not the objective. So I'm going to make this one iron plate, and we will actually, I will use, I guess, express stack inserters. I guess not that sort. It has to be the stack filter inserters. So we're going to have to lose some more stuff out of here somehow. Yeah, and more. Maybe it'd be easiest just to run up to our supply and get rid of the manganese ore and these other things that we don't need just at the moment. Right, that's manganese ore, so we can just throw that in there. No, don't take stuff from me here. Iron plates, we have too many at the moment, so you can go in there. And we also have iron ingots. We don't need iron ingots. And I have processed iron. The processed iron can just go into one of these. And now we have a bit of space, so that's good. That's what I was after. Okay. Whoa. So let's sort this out finally. We're not far enough over again, but never mind. Should really use this view to help me out, but we'll get there in the end. So iron plate is not going to use any of these. I'll leave that. So these things we've never really used. So what we're looking for is oh, I need those inserters, don't I? We're not going to have room. Processed iron, lime. Damn it. Let's get those inserters. Maybe I need to actually... logistics is off. Maybe I need to visit the inserters directly so I can get the ones I want, which are basically the express stack filter inserters, I think. And inserters are right here. What are you? You are express stack filter inserters. Okay, I don't need that many. So that will have to do. Now, I'm actually surprised the factory is still coping. So iron is a long way from where it should be. Right. I could probably just have this go straight up from here. Right. We're going to need a little bit more landfill in here. And you actually probably don't need to be red. Or at least for now, you don't need to be. So, stack filter inserters. And one of you is a near, and you are iron plate. There, where are we? Iron plate. Iron plate. Iron plate. Have 6 of those, all right. So we need 3 more of these lamps. One, 2, 3. Because we still need the this iron, we just don't need nearly as much. So I may even lower that to about 4K. We need it for the ferric chloride solution. So we don't need a huge amount of it. Now, this one, PQ, this will have to be... I'll have to set R. It will be iron plate is less than... Let's make that 16,000. And yes, PQ R. And if we get an R, trains on the way is less than R, then we order iron plate, iron plate, iron plate, iron plate. And that train is actually coming now, so we'll be replacing our iron plate in just a moment. The next one that we need is basically, well, the other two that we need. Let's get another power pole. So you can be the iron ingots, and you can also be iron ingots, and you can be the near, and you can be the manganese ingots, and you can be the manganese ingots. Right. Is this supplying sufficiently now? It should all be back to hunky-dory in just a moment. So PQR, this one can be S if iron ingots say less than 8k. Then we want PQRS. And this one can be trains on the way is less than S. If you get that, you want the iron ingots to be delivered. There we go, iron ingot and iron ingot. So I imagine that we do have an S, but trains on the way is 1. Why are you not leaving? Because this one is set to full cargo inventory when it should be empty cargo inventory. Yes, that should be an empty. Have a look. I haven't stuffed that, and I haven't. That one should be full. That one should be empty. This one should be full. This one should be empty. This one should be full, and this one should be empty. Okay, the others are fine. Which means that you are empty. So we don't have to worry about that. We can just send you on your way to empty. And as soon as that one has gone, we're now getting iron ingots, which is great. You guys only need iron ingots, so the iron ingots, that's a yellow, okay. Do I want it to go through there? It's where the steel gets output. Oh, I suppose it's fine. Iron ingots, and we can use a fast inserter, I guess. You deliver to there. We're getting ingots yet? Apparently not. We have ingots. Why are they not getting unloaded? Yeah. You have power. I don't understand. Express stack filter inserters. One of you is near, and you pick up iron ingots. That's a silver ingot. That's an iron ingot. I obviously chose the wrong thing. There's the ingots. And we haven't done the manganese yet, so let's do that one. If manganese ingots are less than, I guess, 8,000 as well, set PQRST, set T. And if trains on the way is less than T, then we're going to order manganese. Which we've ordered. Okay. Are these having trouble getting enough ingots? How many do you actually use? 24. It doesn't appear to be. Okay. So. Let us get these manganese ingots sorted. We have to get over there, I think, because we need manganese down here. Oh, and I probably need to re-enable this one, which is the iron ore. Where are we going exactly? We want to come through here, but that's slightly messy, so we will probably put up with coming through there. I need some more yellow undergrounds. Let's pick up these other bits of belt. That's quite a distance. Do I need that? Probably not. Perhaps we want to come over like so. Alright. First of all, you can have all those. You are a fast... do I have a fast stack inserter? Yes, I do. Alright. And I think that is just about that. We're using up some manganese, probably not enough. We are... Alright, whatever that is, steel ingots, they all need to go in there. What are these ones? Silicon ingots, they need to go over here. Oops. I still have some. Don't really know. Okay, so yes, the whole point of that was to establish another way of... Well, to establish some use of these. So we didn't build all that just so we could replace what we have on the main base here, where the bus is at least. It's so that we have these resources available via train, of course. And the next one that we probably need to do is probably the iron. Now, I'm a little bit concerned at the lack of iron ore. Ouch, that is quite a problem, in fact. Yes, that is quite a problem. We have far too much of this mineralized stone. I think I changed Lady Water Flower. Oh, and I have some of these as well. Lady Water Flower. Yeah, I made that 30. Okay. How are we doing? We are perhaps halfway in. Guess I'm slightly concerned. I need to, in terms of how much the manganese will get used, I may have created myself a problem. I want to see usage. So there's 4 of them. We use it with steel, which is great. I don't have any other options on steel. Okay, so we use it with steel. We can use it with titanium, which will be good, I think, because getting to the ingots with titanium is kind of expensive. And we can use it with the aluminium as well, which I think also is going to be pretty positive. In fact, should I try and do something about those two right now? Do we... No, that's tungsten. This is the titanium over here. So it would be this one. At the moment we're using nickel with the titanium. And maybe that was a good thing. We have a whole lot of nickel around. We can check our nickel supply. Wow, that's tin. So the nickel's over here. It must be... No, wait. Nickel is 47,000. So yeah, we kind of do want the zinc to continue to be used. What about the aluminium? Is that an option? Aluminium. And what have you got here? We're just doing aluminium here. So I could change this to use aluminium and manganese. That is probably something I want to do. Yeah, it's probably something I want to do. Did I end up picking up aluminium ingots? Yep. Yeah. So how would we get them in there? Well, I could probably actually get rid of one of these if I did that. Not that we're using aluminium fast enough at the moment. I think I'm just not going to worry about it right at the second. At least we are using the manganese on iron directly. We're using it on steel. That's a start. Though, as you can see, we're using the iron ingots faster than the manganese ingots. That's not ideal. Alright. We need to decide and work out what it is we are going to do next and what recipe we're actually going to use. That's for tin. This is for copper. So if we have a look at copper plates, I think we've done this fairly recently. We're definitely not doing that or that. So it's going to be a molten copper. So it's really, what are we going to do to get to molten copper? We have copper ingots. So there's 3 processes to potentially get to copper ingots. Process copper and oxygen. Or we go to these copper anodes, which is copper pellet and oxygen. And Given the amount of sulfuric that I'm potentially using to do the manganese, I am tempted to ease off. We won't do that. To ease off this recipe, maybe only just do this recipe. Still need to produce oxygen. That could be a challenge. How goes our oxygen here? It actually... that should be enough to be able to order. Yes, it is. So we must have enough oxygen that I could just have it delivered. And the other thing with copper is that it's not just ingots. We need to also make... where exactly is the process? Copper. We need to be making this copper coil as well. And I need to check in terms of copper coil. So if we were making copper coil, its usage is only in copper cable. That's interesting. Yeah, we'd definitely do the coolant approach because that's just a lot more efficient. Copper. Well, in that case, it's tinned copper wire, which is made from tinned wire coil. I want to be able to do this as well. So, that's just molten copper, of which there's just one recipe. So we'd just bring copper ingots over. We still need to make the copper coils, but maybe not in a huge volume. Make everything into molten copper, and then the molten copper, well, we can do sheet coil. But basically, that will be done at the tin. This one, we need to be making copper wire coil using this recipe, and we need to be making copper plate, and that will eventually be done at the gold. So yeah, copper shouldn't be that hard to do. I might just pause the recording for a moment because there's something I want to check. And to continue, actually, before we get too far into it, I better put my headphones on. I've forgotten to do that. It's actually been a couple of days since... yes, that's what I did. It's actually been a couple of days since we were here last. And I need to try and remember exactly what it was I was trying to do. I think it was to get copper underway, which means I'm going to need a few elements, I guess. I guess I'm going to need one of these. There's certainly some elements here that we're not sure of. We're not sure of the exact makeup of some of these things. In fact, I should probably, for the moment, just get rid of all the belt. Who knows about those? The rest of it is perhaps okay. Yep. That's not okay. What? All right. Let's see what happens this time. That should... Oh, I don't want these machines either. Yeah, that basically means that because you take out the entities, it no longer has an accurate picture of the counter that we wanted to record, so it's not going to do it anymore. I thought I had... Oh, no, I didn't. I need to revise that slightly so it's a little bit friendlier. But anyway, we're not building on deep water. We don't need that one there. So this just means that these won't actually be filled, which actually is good. I should have changed that anyway so that it wasn't going to try and do that. So that's fine. And all of these, who knows what we want there. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I just don't want what we have. Yes, it's part of... it's part of some other structure, so let's not. Let's get some of... Oh, we can't do that. Okay, that's all right. We don't actually know what we want there, but this is going to be copper, so pretty much all of these are totally wrong. What happened to... Surely it would have placed this guy at least. Oh, I can't build on deep water. Okay, now I understand. All right. Okay, and these, of course, are not quite what we want either, because we don't really know what we do want. Copper. So, we're looking at molten copper, recipe copper ingots. That's the only recipe. We can't use manganese here. Copper ingots, we have this one, which is what we're doing now. We have the copper anode and sulfuric acid, which I do have this desire to sort of head towards there. In which case we have to get sulfuric acid into the mix. We've got to get oxygen in here as well, but we could deliver oxygen somewhere. So we'd need oxygen and sulfuric acid. We'd have to get processed copper, then make the anode in a blast furnace, and then we would need a chemical furnace for the final step. So I think that has some similarity to this process. Are we going into a chemical? No, we're not quite ready. We can't go direct to the anode. We have to go to pellets first, which cannot reach. Not that we're actually doing it at the moment, but this looks like this side of things is incorrect at the moment. But the general idea of this into pellet is correct. So I think I can probably steal from here. Maybe we'll go blueprint. just to get this general arrangement. Sure. And maybe I'll start, I don't know, shall I start from over here? Yeah, I guess I can. Though that does go down a long way, maybe up a little bit. There we go. So it would be nice if this guy here was actually this guy, I guess. Maybe we need to do that as well. Turn off my bots so they'll stop being stupid. This one's basically done, I think. And I will come back to over here in due course. I'm not going to pick up that. Oh. Okay. You guys can go there because I want you. In fact, I might even put another 50 in there. I'm going to leave that for the moment. Run back to copper. And we can re-establish this stop. Whoops. I don't need... Oh, this is getting worse by the second. Okay, where is our ghost reader? There it is. Ghost reader. First of all, I need this guy. I need him probably about there. Plus this, plus power. Good. Now, you need 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be fine. Now we need a ghost reader, which has already got an answer. You need to connect to there. Spin these guys around. Don't know why you're connected right now, because what we want is that. Oh, come on. I did not intend to take you out of the picture. All right. That's it. So, we've got a small amount of stuff to pick up. It all should be possible. Let's leave it to it. So, let's just check that if this is handling copper ore, we need to go back to copper pellet, basically. Process copper straight to copper pellet. So what we've got is fine. Now, the next step is we need to be able to add oxygen, and we make copper anodes in a blast furnace. Do we use a blast furnace here? That is a chemical furnace. But here we need a blast furnace. Interesting. Okay. So that bears a lot more resemblance to these guys. Right. If it's a blast furnace, it's going to need a fuel. Okay, copy. And I realize I haven't actually filled this one out yet, which is going to be a little bit awkward. That should work. Except here we need to change everything from iron to copper. As many as we can. That's definitely copper, isn't it? Yes, processed copper. This one is the pellet of copper. And unfortunately we can only change the ones that are already placed, but that's a good start. And the blast furnaces, I've got no idea what the ratios we need are, but we'll sort that out, not to worry. Actually, I may need to tell it. Oh, it's waiting for a request to stop. I don't actually want it to pick up request to stops. Because I don't have a supply of them. Request to stop. Let's put that on the list as well of exclusions and refresh this. So that should get everything that we're missing. Yeah. They'll be out shortly. So that will get us to anodes. And then anode plus sulfuric acid via a chemical furnace. Now, did we use chemical? I think we used chemical furnaces. And my only uncertainty is I don't know what the ratios all are. I guess I'll find out soon enough, won't I? So I may as well just grab the chemical furnaces and the pipes. And they're creating copper ingots directly, right? Okay. So let's do something like that. For now, while I don't know how much of this I need, no, Control Z, that wasn't quite right. Damn it. What? There, that'll do. That means we are going to need to do that again so that a new build gets found and laid down. So you are... Oh. Whoops, I'm on map mode. That's why we're having trouble. And I can't actually run through these things anymore. Okay, so you are copper anodes. Pellets didn't need anything. These guys need fuel. They also need oxygen. Okay. Oxygen. Might actually pay me to start looking at relative ratios before I get too much further down this line. So if we go back to the beginning of this process, 3 processed copper makes 4 copper pellet. What do we need in here? We need 8 copper pellet every 4 seconds. 8 copper pellet every 4 seconds. And you make... so one of these can actually feed one of these. We don't need 2. That is what the gist of the story is. Okay. So I can get rid of every second, basically. Yeah, I guess we should. Is that maths correct? You make 2 every 2 seconds. You consume 3 every 2 seconds. So it's only every second of these. We actually do need 2 of these. All right. All right. All right. Doesn't matter if we make too many, we'll use them sooner or later. So what I should do with all these is move them down 1 spot. And they don't actually need to reach over 2 spots anymore. So most of these are just basically that. This guy is basically that. And I need to copy this setup. How are we doing for time? We're almost out of time. Right. Now, these guys, they need O2 somehow. And how much stuff are you pouring out? You are making 24 every 4 seconds. These are incorrect formulas. They need to be that one. You use 12 every 6 seconds. You are... Okay, we have way too... what? 24 of those. I think we need like multiple of these. You are doing 2... you are using 2 anodes a second. You are producing 6 anodes a second. Okay, so basically 3 of these are required per one of these. Wow. Well, that calls for a very different output, doesn't it? Do I even need copper at this rate? It's a very good question. I think we should turn this into more of the casting machine kind of layout. If we can. Because you're just going to be smashing these out, aren't you? Yeah. What size machine are you? Chemical furnace 1. I know, just look at the machine, but they're so huge, it gets a little bit confusing for me, to be perfectly honest. Chemical furnace 1. That doesn't actually tell me, does it? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's. I think they're the same, right? Same size. Which means there should be a path through here. Though it doesn't look like there is, right? Is there a path through here? That actually does look, because I've got one. So these must be 4. 1, 2, 3. No, that must be 5. You can tell from the back that it's 5, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, these are 5. These are 5. It's just how they've been laid out is a little confusing. So this row actually probably has 1 or 2 more. I suspect we're not going to need it to come all the way down here. And given that I perhaps... Well, I'm going to want to get 2 liquids in, kind of like this maybe. So perhaps we want to trim this down to maybe no more than about to here. Alright, let's remove some of it. So that I can copy copy that. Oops, I might need that. No, they're not in the right place. Can I fix this first of all? That might be in the wrong place. Let's just check. Yep. All right. Now, with this slightly reduced, we are going to need a new format along here. Oh, I don't actually want to pick them up myself. Let the other bots do it. And hurry up, would you guys? Good, thanks. The direct insert is not going to work especially well. So what we're going to need is, what are you? You're a chemical furnace. Something like this. Doesn't really matter. and how much did we say you're doing? 24, so you're doing 6 a second, so we can get away with slow belt. Actually, it's not worth mucking around with slow belt. Let's just use fast belt. And, well, fast, yes. Express stack inserter. Dump your product there, my friend. And then we need... how many do you need? You need like 2 a second. So basically... you don't need that. You only need to connect to 1. And then we can sort of have this come through like so. You are dropping to there. Oh, except this doesn't really leave me a way to get the product out. That is a problem. We're basically out of time as well. I think maybe I'll probably have to give it a little bit more room and... yeah, it's really the only answer is to just give it a whole lot more room. Okay. I think we're going to have to actually do this more like... although, no, that the original does work. We're just going to have to do some undergrounds. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much space, so... something like that, and then maybe a couple of fast inserters with 1 set to near. And that'll be the ingots coming out. And let's just make sure that this is able to be stamped. You will need an extra... you need to line up to there. You're going too far. That looks okay. That should do. So that's no good. No, that's no good. You're in the middle. So basically, you have that. You have that, and you have that. That's stampable. If we copy all of this, actually, oh, that sticks one up, so we can actually get rid of that. Which kind of doesn't make sense. It's not really the way of doing a stampable blueprint. Nope. Okay. Maybe we can do one more, maybe not. I'll temporarily save that. I'll get rid of some of these others. But that looks like the general idea. So this will feed out into probably like a double belt of red or something, and we'll do the same sort of setup we did at the bottom of the iron, but we're already up to an hour 10, so I think it's going to have to wait till next episode. Thanks for joining me for this. Look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye-bye for now.